What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Sports Degenerate Podcast. We are already 2 weeks into the NFL season. It's flying by like it always does, but we got another waiver wire show. So I think there are a lot of guys to talk about and bring up. So this week I'm going to make a separate episode for each position. Quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end will all have a separate episode. So whether you're watching it on YouTube or listening to it on the podcast, on the feed, there's going to be a separate one for each position. So that's how we're going to do it this week. Let's hop into it. I forgot to mention, but like always, no matter what episode you're watching, whatever position you're interested in, all of these players are rostered in less than 30% of ESPN leagues. So I'm using the ESPN site, but whatever site you use, these players should be widely available and able for you to pick up this week. Let's hop into it. I got 4 tight ends for you guys. Like always, all under 30% rostered. I'm going to start with my most favorite, go down to my least favorite. So my number one tight end pickup for this week is Hunter Henry for the Patriots. We've seen him perform every single year, whether he's on the Chargers years ago or on the Patriots for the last couple of years. He always has fantasy relevant weeks. Last week, he went crazy. Over 100 yards last week. And the Patriots don't really have other options offensively other than Ramondre Stevenson. They don't have reliable wide receivers. So maybe this continues, but it's tight end. We all know there's going to be ups and downs. So, I think Hunter Henry is a good option because he has the ability to give you 100-yard weeks, which a lot of tight ends don't have that ability. Number 1, Hunter Henry. Number 2 is Luke Schoonmaker for the Cowboys. You have to check the injury reports for this one. He is the backup tight end behind Jake Ferguson, but Ferguson was hurt last week and might potentially miss more games. But if Ferguson is back, I do not like Schoonmaker at all. If Ferguson is out again, he might be number 1 over Hunter Henry, but it's close. The reason why is we all know Dak likes throwing to tight ends. The Cowboys tight end is always fantasy relevant, always going to get volume, always has a chance of getting a touchdown. So Schoonmaker is a great option if Ferguson is out, but check the injury reports. You have to check the injury reports on this one. Number 2, Luke Schoonmaker. Number 3, we got Mike Gesicki for the Bengals. So he has been fantasy relevant before. When he was on the Dolphins, he had tons of good stretches, tons of spike weeks. Now he's with Joe Burrow, and we love tight ends with good quarterbacks. And last week, he had 7 catches for 90 yards. So a lot of positives for Gesicki, but I'm still worried. This is why. 1, T. Higgins has been out this whole time. When Higgins comes back, does the volume continue for Gesicki? 2, Jamar Chase has not performed like Jamar Chase. When Chase gets back to normal form, does the volume continue for Mike Gesicki? Those are my only 2 worries, which is why he goes down to number 3. But we all know with Joe Burrow, there's always a chance of a big week for Gesicki. So number 3, Mike Gesicki. So our last tight end is old man Zach Ertz. I really don't love Zach Ertz as a pickup, but out of all the terrible tight ends on the waiver wire, he's the best one in my opinion. Because even though he's old, we still know he has good hands. He will catch almost everything. I'm just worried about the Commanders' passing offense. I don't really love it. I don't think there's much upside with Zach Ertz. But if you're looking for a solid floor, I don't think Ertz is going to kill you. So number 4, tight end pickup, Zach Ertz. I also want to bring up some streaming defenses for you guys. I have 3 options for you, all under 30% rostered. My number 1 pickup is the Raiders defense. Last week against the Ravens, they played really well. And now they play the Carolina Panthers, who have struggled to even score a touchdown in every game. Next, I got the Packers, who also have played really well both weeks. They locked up Anthony Richardson last week, and now they play the Tennessee Titans with a turnover-prone Will Levis. And last, Buccaneers. I'm honestly not a huge fan of their defense. They have let up a lot of points, but now they play Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos, and Bo Nix has also been very turnover-prone. So those are 3 streaming options for you guys for defense. Like I said, I am going to have a separate episode for every position. If you're interested in all positions, check out every single episode. If you're interested in just one position, I have it separated out for you guys. Thanks for watching. I love all of you.